March 2014 will long be remembered as they debut for the highly anticipated League of Legends team builder, but let's not let that take away from the epic battles that continue to rage on Summoner's Rift. January saw the incredibly popular Jinx continue her dominant reign from her debut in 2013, but last year's favorites Teemo and Lee Sin were hot on her heels. Has she managed to fight off the competition and secure yet another victory this month, or has her time at the top just begun? Let's take a look at March's top played champions. One of the most regularly featured champions to appear in our top 10 list is Ashe the Frost Archer, a champion known for her simplicity and ability on the battlefield. What she lacks in finesse makes up for in raw power. Ashe struggled for a good start this year, failing to make an appearance in January's list before making her 2014 debut last month at rank 4. March sees yet another popularity drop, and one that's reminiscent of her lack of consistency in 2013, but she's sure to appear time and time again throughout the year. Ashe is a bit like a bad smell. Nobody really knows why she's still around, but she refuses to leave. The Wuju Bladesman had a rather slow campaign through 2013 before a massive surge in champion selection following changes from the developers Riot Games. His success, however, was short-lived. The massive appeal for various tweaks to his abilities seems to be suffering from a severe cooldown timer at the moment, as once again Master Yi struggles to cement his place in our top 10 list. His lowest rated appearance of the year so far sees Master Yi struggle in 9th place, but will he make a triumphant return in April? Time will tell. Vayne's popularity is similar to a shot of Condemn. It's a bit hit and miss. She was thrown around the top 10 throughout 2013, making an appearance in practically every rank and disappearing from sight almost as often. The new year seems to be continuing that trend as Vayne struggles to make any serious impact on the big competitors. Her 10th place finish in January, overshadowed by her failure to appear in February, doesn't bode well for the Night Hunter, but March marks her best appearance of the year at rank 8. The cheerful, go-happy Gollum had a rather sporadic season last year, but began 2014 on a high note with appearance in 4th place in January. February saw the return of the all-too-familiar popularity drop for Blitzcrank, but his famously long reach has secured another spot in the top 10 for the great Steam Gollum, enjoying a small stint in the limelight as he rests at rank 7 for March. If it wasn't for the massive success of the loose cannon, Yasuo could claim the most successful League champion debut in recent months, but despite losing out to Jinx, he's accomplished what many of the established champions have failed to achieve. Creeping into the top 5 in February last month saw the Unforgiven enjoy a high finish in 2nd place before falling a few spots to 6th this month. Loved by many, hated by even more, Teemo is here yet again, and it appears he's here to stay. The Swift Scout proved to be one of the most popular League champions last year, claiming the top spot a record number of times since his release. He finished 2013 on a high note as he enjoyed a 1st place finish during the Christmas break before returning to a respectable 3rd place in January and repeating that success last month. March may see his lowest finish of the year, but Teemo has proven time and time again you can't keep a good Yordle down. Caitlyn was another regular feature throughout 2013, but has never quite been able to penetrate the top spots. Once again, she struggles to compete with the more popular champions, having to settle for another mid-table finish at rank 4. Despite her regular appearances throughout last year, the large changes to the champion abilities, and the introduction of exciting new mechanics with other characters left Caitlyn players struggling. Her 5th spot January finish was short-lived after the Sheriff of Piltover completely disappeared from February's list before making a somewhat triumphant return this month. Securing his highest place finish since records began, the Chain Warden sits happily in 3rd place for March 2014. He has been somewhat absent throughout last year's top-rated champions list before making a slightly lackluster impact toward the end of 2013. Last month seemed to set a similar tone for Thresh as he struggled to maintain in the top 10, but this month sees a huge surge in popularity, rising 7 ranks to claim the 3rd spot. Jinx exploded onto the scene in 2013, claiming the highest finish for any League champion debut in history. The loose cannon got off Santa's naughty list in December, just barely managing to remain in the top 10. She set out to prove her dominance again this year with yet another massive 1st place finish in January, before dropping down the rankings and taking 5th place last month. Her popularity may be in a state of flux, but one thing is certain: the top 3 hasn't seen the last of Jinx. Lee Sin has been a regular feature throughout 2013 and 2014 as one of the most popular League of Legends champions. The Blind Monk continues his success, securing his 2nd top place finish in as many months. Lee Sin had an incredible year in 2013, appearing in the top 5 more than any other champion, and despite a rather lackluster few months towards the end of this year, he begins 2014 with a strong start with 3 top 3 finishes so far. Another exciting League of Legends month concludes with another victory from Lee Sin. March may have endured a lack of any new additions to 2014's list, but April is all set and ready to create a real stir with the promising return of the most banned champion in League of Legends history.
What's up, attackers? We are here with Mike, and we are at the worldwide headquarters of Loot Crate. This is where it all happens. So, Mike, let's take a look at what you guys got going on here.
Let's do it.